everyone. This video is going to show you a workaround for forwarding your emails to OneNote. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open OneNote. So if you have it saved down here in your taskbar, you can click on it down here. If you don't, then you would come over here to the search box. You can start typing in one, and then you guys are probably just going to see OneNote for Windows 10, and you're going to open that up. Once you're in your OneNote, you want to make sure that you can see your email OneNote that we set up several years ago. If you cannot, what you would do is, yours probably looks like this. If you click on this little drop down arrow, at the bottom you can choose Open Other Notebooks. And then once you do that, then you can navigate to your email notebook. So I'm going to pin this back to the side. Here's my notebook. Now, there are a couple of different ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you both. So the first way is you can have one section where you can dump all of your emails into, and then from here you can click and drag. These would be my emails over here on the side. You can click and drag them into the sections that you want them to go to. So that's the first way that I'm going to show you. So you're going to want to create a tab or create a section. The way that you do that is you just click on this plus sign, and then you can name it. Mine's named Sort, just because that's easy for me to remember that everything over here I need to sort into the correct location. All right, so once I have that section created, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open an internet browser, and I'm going to go to this website, www.onenote.com/email settings. And when I go there, it's going to ask me to sign in. So I'm going to enter in my email address. When I click next, it's going to have me verify my password. I'll just say yes here. And now I'm at this screen in OneNote that is showing me my default location for saving my information. So down here, you'll see your emails here. Down here, it wants you to choose your default notebook and section that your emails will be saved to. So if yours does not say your email notebook, then you can click on this drop down. And if your notebooks are not expanded, then you can click on this little drop down here, and then you can find that section that you created. Again, mine was called Sort, and I would just select it, and that's what's going to show up here. Now this right here, this is the other way that we can send our emails to OneNote, is that we can actually save them to a specific section by putting the @ symbol followed by the section name at the end of our subject line. So I'm going to show you that also, but this is the second way that we can do that. All right, so once I make my settings changes, I'm just going to click save, and it's going to save that. So now I'm ready to send emails. So I am working in Windows Mail, and I want to send this email to my OneNote. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to forward the email. So I'm going to click forward. The to address that I'm forwarding it to is me@onenote.com. So it's me@onenote.com. And that's going to forward this email. So then I click send. Notice that it did not disappear out of my inbox. So you're only forwarding a copy. You're not forwarding the entire email. So it still is going to be in your inbox. So once you verify that it's in your OneNote, if you wanted to delete it out of your inbox, then you would have to do that manually. I'm going to go back to my OneNote. It does take just a second for these emails to show up because your notebook has to sync. But you'll notice anything that's bold means that it's a new change since the last time that you were in there. So this is my new email that just came through, is this one right here. Now, if I wanted to move these into a different location, I could just click and drag them into another section, and you'll see that it shows up in this section for me. But notice my emails, they just pop up over here. All right, so that is one way that you can move your emails into OneNote. And that's having them just come into that my sort section. And then from there, I would have to click and drag them into the sections that I wanted them to go to. So the second way is if I were to go back to my email, and when I click forward, I would go and enter the same email that me@onenote.com. However, this time after my subject in the subject line, I would add the @ symbol and the folder or the section that I want it to go to. So I say I want this one to go into my lawn folder. So @lawn. So then when I click send, and again, it does not delete it out of my inbox. It stays there. However, it does send a copy to that folder or that section. So if you're doing it that way, you would need to know what your section names are. So you would have to know what section you wanted it to go to. So here's my lawn section, and in just a few minutes, there it is right there. So it just now popped in. So it does take just a second in order for it to sync, but it does pop into that exact section. So those are the two ways that you can forward your mail, forward your emails into OneNote. Is again, you would click forward, you would type in me@onenote.com. If I were to just click send and not put anything in my subject line, it's going to go into that sort section, and I would have to sort it once it was in here. If I don't, and I want to put this exact section that I want it to go to, then I would put the @ symbol, what the section name is, and then when I click send, then it'll show up in that specific section. So if I were to click on lawn, in just a few minutes, the next email would pop up. So hopefully that will help if you are interested in sending your emails to OneNote.